live.
We're live.
We're first time we've done this. I don't know if we're live yet.
Welcome to 4 on 5th, where we never have 4 fucking people.
Welcome to our monthly live stream. This is 5th Avenue Cigars. I'm Dakota, the
Trash admin, and maybe our computer just died. So if you're still watching,
there we
go.
I hit the lock button on my keyboard.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Turn that off. Hi there.
Dakota's having technical difficulties.
Hi there. My name's Dakota. So this is.
All right, start this all over again.
Yeah, I know. I am the trash admin for this dumpster fire of mediocrity, and we're just here to smoke cigars. We've got a new guest this week. We're joined by Jason, who does big, important work things on bass, and he'll talk about what he wants to talk about.
Yeah. We usually let you describe what you do, so you can say what you want and don't say what you don't want said.
All right. So my name is Jason McConnell. I'm a warrant officer up here in Alaska, JBER, and my what I'm expert in is welding, machining, 3D printing, and recovery of broken down vehicles. So
that mean you take some portal axle vehicle out to the
it's a wrecker
trails on base,
yeah,
and just pull those idiots who got their brand new Bronco stuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. That's incognito though.
Well, you'll have to take a look at my mill upstairs and give me some pointers on some helping me be a little better machinist.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, I got a 3D printer that I've been playing around with recently, and
He's actually good at it, dude. I can't get mine to work more than like
his first
twice.
print was hilarious. The flower pot.
Oh yeah,
looked completely normal. Then he pulled it off, and there was a big tittied anime girl on the bottom of it.
Yeah, watch out for what you download.
Yeah. When it was printing, he texted me a picture of it. He goes, "What in the fuck am I printing?" Just like tits and a girl's face, and he's like, "What is this?"
You get the preview of what you're about to print, and then you should look on the bottom. That's definitely where everything started off. So kudos to you, whoever did that.
How many things do you think you printed that just have something like
hidden in them?
Strategically somewhere?
That is the only one so far that I've seen.
Okay.
But all the others have been pretty decent.
What?
Oh, we got Machine Gun Monkey, howdy, 5th Avenue crew, working, but we'll hang out as long as I can.
What's going on, man? Thanks for joining. Another 3D print I did, which hopefully...
Hey, you made a bunch of cigar holders. Why aren't we using those?
I am questioning where those are. Yeah.
I know where they are.
Where are they?
2 are sitting in my truck.
They're in your truck.
Why are they here?
How many cigars are you smoking in your truck?
We're supposed to be testing them out.
Yeah, which definitely means a hobo has them.
So
I mean in the car, out back.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, his truck doesn't lock.
Yeah, so we need to test those out because we might have a bunch of those in the shop, and if they don't melt by a cigar touching it, then I'll probably start giving a bunch away too.
We got another comment here from Chip. Good evening, gents. I can't stay long. Just wanted to drop in and say hi.
Awesome, Chip. Thanks, man.
Good to hear from you, bud.
We appreciate all these people who, even though you can't say, we appreciate you dropping in and saying hi.
Yeah. Definitely. If you're watching, leave a comment. Just say hi, or have any questions, feel free to ask because we might have an answer.
Feed the algorithm.
Yes.
It's like the walking the parapet.
Mm-hmm. So Chip. Things on base
Jason.
No, that's Chip.
Chip.
That's Jason.
Jason.
Hey, Chip.
So
it's like you're here with us.
Things on base with the 3D printing and all that kind of stuff. What's the good word on that?
I'm kind of curious about what kind of 3D printing you do on base.
Is it metal extrusion?
No, it's plastic.
Lame.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still cool, but like if you had like one of those Boeing-based metal extrusion machines, I'd be like, man, you got to make some fun stuff.
Yeah, it's fairly new to us in the Army side. They just started about 2 years ago, putting it out to the units that that do my job. So we're still learning it. It comes in one of our new containers that we have. They have 2 containers, and it comes with a lathe in the middle and a welding setup and a 3D printer. So it's pretty cool. I mean,
what kind of unit? Like, what? Do you know who makes it?
Is it like a shopsmith situation?
Like, what's the envelope like?
It's
you
could put 12 inches of metal in the lathe.
Oh, okay. What about in the 3D printer? Like, how big of a
you can make probably 6x6.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So they're
It's pretty big. It's all right.
Reasonable
Yeah,
size
yeah.
units.
Do you
yeah.
have like a library of like standard templates you normally print,
So
or you just
No.
kind of make it up on the fly?
we have to make it up. So
Which kind of
nothing came
defeats
with
the
it.
purpose of the 3D printer.
Well, as all of us in the whole army, like for me as the warrants, we're like our own group. We have like our own little group on Facebook, or whatever, and we share all of our files and stuff. So
That's nice.
yeah. So as time goes on,
you're not starting from scratch, but
some things you do.
yeah.
But then you just share it with your buddies.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I imagine that's nice because you can kind of open source like improvements and faster ways to do it. And
Yep.
What's the biggest
That's kinda
thing?
cool.
The number one thing you print? Doorknobs,
no,
cigar holders, ironically.
fridge door handles.
no, we've printed some like
He has an odd sense of humor. Just
yeah. So we've printed some weapons parts
Okay.
to use temporarily.
Okay.
Yeah. We've
Something
done that.
broke and you got to wait for shipping, so you can fix it real quick.
Yeah.
Pins in the back of the AR. Damn, it just folds forward. Damn it.
Every time.
I'm not trying to get in trouble on
No,
here,
you
but-
know,
No,
that's,
no, no,
that's
don't
why
worry
we
about
say
that.
say what you want and don't say what you don't want to say. It's fine with us.
This isn't live,
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can edit later.
Nothing
Yeah.
on the internet is permanent.
Yeah, we can just delete it. Nobody will remember.
No, I was kind of figuring like little brackets or something like that, just to
Yeah.
get through until
It's
the
stuff
part
like
actually
that.
arrives.
A lot of it's a lot of times they want us to make things like if they're making gifts. I
Yeah.
call
Okay.
them. Or
Just something.
like we recently made a memorial room
Mm-hmm.
for my battalion, and we used that and our plasma table and stuff like that to make a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, when you said gifts, I was like
Not
something.
GIFT.
Okay, I was thinking like something improvised, and it's like, hey, I need like a little actuating arm that fits in this mechanism. Can you make that for me?
Yes, so we do that too.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, but so as I said, it's kind of new, so we're still implementing that.
So do you
type of
do,
stuff.
so I imagine you would do like proof of concept for parts rather than just go straight to machining them. You could print it and check fitment and things, and then and then you go and like if that works.
Because you're rarely going to get it on the first try.
Yeah, exactly.
Like say if you're making a bolt or stuff like that, or
I've never gotten a 3D render on the first try. Like never
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
so.
It's all trial and error, and luckily, you taxpayers pay for all of our equipment. So
Well, I'd rather pay for a roll of filament than a whole bunch of chunks of titanium that don't work out right.
Yeah,
So I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
and I do pay taxes, so I'm with you.
What's
That's
everyone
pretty cool.
having this evening? We kind of skipped that part. What are you smoking tonight, Chad? That weird thing with the blunt wrap on it?
Well, I got the BX3 that you pretty much love, and the first one I've had, so I don't know too much about it really, but should be a tasty one. Now this one
Well,
was
it's a CAO. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it.
This one was one of the ones that got dropped a couple times in the humidor by customers, and we
Floor
tried-
cigar.
Yeah, floor cigar.
Floor
And,
cigar.
so I cut it for a customer and saw that it was cracked, and so I'm trying it out with a cigarette paper and trying to wrap that up as a Band-Aid. So hopefully we
That
got a
reminds me of
pretty good
something I used to do
Band-Aid
as a
on
kid.
here.
don't
I know.
my
We
buddy.
have a whole humidor.
I
Yeah,
literally-
well, I mean,
I just handed
wanted
him a banker too.
I wanted a proof of, that this would work. I tell people, hey, maybe it will work.
Maybe
So-
wrap it in a. Thanks, MacGyver.
Next time he's going to be like, rip a page out of your book and just wrap it on there.
I don't have any zigzags. It's all right. You get a Bible with the little thinny pages. You rip it out.
So hopefully this will turn out.
Preferably the Book of Later Day Saints.
Yeah.
We'll see when I get to about this section if it's still worth it. But right now it's drawn pretty well.
What do you have in there, Ben?
I am having an Ashton Symmetry that was gifted to me by Carlos Pereira from the Alaska Cigar Aficionados.
I like how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah, I don't know that much about it. I didn't have time to look it up. I'm told it's a little bit spendy. But anyway, it's on the light up. It's really nice. It's a little bit woody. It's starting to get into some nice, like nutty, toasty flavors. But yeah, anyway, it's an Ashton. It's one of the biggest name brands in cigars. So I'm excited to have it. Thank you, Carlos.
You're having a thing.
I am. I'm having a thing.
It's an undercrown.
Yep. And it's very tasty and light.
Did you pick that for him?
Yeah.
He gave me
You
a
know,
couple.
shit. That's a
Yeah.
crazy coincidence because I picked that for myself.
Yeah.
Something light but also delicious and very
Yeah.
flavorful.
Yeah, yeah.
As you get into it, puff on as you progress, you should notice flavors change and come in and out. And
It'll be a little,
It's good.
little
usually
peppery
on
at
light up,
first.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
If you do a couple long draws on it and really get it stoked up and kind of let it mellow for a minute,
Okay.
you won't have to keep lighting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very experienced.
Oh, yeah. Well, in some things,
Yeah.
And then you're having the exact same thing.
I'm
so-
having the exact same thing.
So ditto.
Yes, but I'm pairing it with. I'm drinking some Jeffersons.
Can you hand me the makers?
No, I can't. It's too
Oh,
far from me.
Damn it. Ben has the long man arm. So.
Uh,
I'm having a Vegas 5 cast strength. And
So you asked my advice, and I said, "Oh, go with the banker," and then you smoked to the Vegas.
I was like, I want that.
"Fuck, Mike."
And look at that. He already ruined it.
I already ruined it. This perfect burn on there.
It didn't look too bad.
See, mine's not ruined yet. I just can't get it going.
That's all right.
Try this guy. It might draw a little bit better.
That one was dangerous. That's the one I have in the field.
Yeah, you're gonna light that one and then throw it.
All right, maybe not try this one because it's
No, do it.
No, you
Do
just
it.
don't have it open enough.
no. I had it open.
No.
Really.
Oh, commit.
You can hear that shit. That's,
Yeah.
Just hiss it. Hiss it.
Jesus.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Have you never started like a lighter, like a stove on a boat or an RV?
When did this become DIY fucking cigar smoking?
Have you been to Alaska?
15 minutes ago.
Shit.
All right.
Now the burn's perfect. Fuck off. All right, so we got some comments here. We got Tom Brendan coming in saying, "Cheers, gents." We got,
What's up, Tom?
"Hi, this is Dave. What's good, fellas?" This goes out to Jason from a fellow Army veteran and Pittsburgh Pirates diehard fan.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. He's a good friend of ours. He's
Pirates.
he's been on the show with us before. He comes out and smokes with us.
All right.
Go
So
Buccos,
he did
you
a live from where was it?
Live from the Philippines. So
Philippines.
we did
Oh, I
a
was
Zoom
gonna say
live
Vietnam,
event, like
but
a
that-
live.
I tried to talk him
Correct.
into just putting his hand up to his ear like this and pausing for a minute, but he wouldn't do it. And he's saying RTJR. I don't know what that is.
RTJR.
Exclamation points, skull and crossbones.
I have no clue.
It has to do something with
None of us can come up with it.
Dave, you're gonna have to elaborate on that.
How
one.
can none of us come up with that?
Pittsburgh, maybe?
Is it a Pittsburgh thing?
Oh, Raise the Jolly Roger.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what the skull and crossbones was. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Never mind, Dave. We got it.
Okay, I got that.
He got the hat from Valley Village.
There it is, Raise the Jolly Roger.
But yeah, Pittsburgh Pirates was the first team I saw play
Oh, really?
live. Yeah.
No shit.
Thank you, Marine Corps, for taking me to first boot camp. Them against the Padres.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was a weird game.
Hmm.
But got the.
I didn't
hang
even
out
know
at
the
the-
Where
Padres
were
were a
you?
team.
San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was like, wouldn't think. I always thought you were in North Carolina. You were in the Carolinas.
Yeah, well, this was boot camp.
Oh, okay.
So down at
okay.
Paris Island.
Oh, okay.
Or not
okay,
Paris Island, the MCRD in
Okay.
Oh, sorry, the Parisian Islands.
Parisian. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, pretty good show. I enjoyed the team.
Yeah, that's the new stadium.
This was back in 2000.
Yeah, no,
so.
he was in. Yeah, he was in boot camp 20 some odd
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
21
he
years
looks
ago.
well preserved.
Yeah, he's doing well.
It's all these Red Bulls I drink, you know.
Yeah.
Smooths out the skin. And
Jason, I understand you're about to be moving out of state.
Yep. Crystal and I are about to go to Kansas, Fort Riley.
Okay.
So we leave here July 18th.
All right. Wow, you're gonna get to Kansas in the middle of July. All right.
Yep. Should be nice and warm.
Bring sunscreen.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, bring DEET.
Yeah.
Bring,
Wait,
yeah.
Bring DEET.
Isn't this a locust year?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's a locust year. That sucks.
Well, it'll be loud.
Sorry.
It'll be loud.
And the little carcasses will be all over the trees.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is there are no trees in Kansas. So.
Well, that's true.
No mountains either.
Yeah.
Where are you originally from?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, so we're not making fun of your home state. Great.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
wait,
No.
So why do you track if it's a locust here or not? You live nowhere near Kansas.
Because I just listen to random things,
Okay.
watch the news.
Yeah, it'll
read
be.
articles.
You'll sit out on your back porch at night, and it'll just be rang, rang,
Oh,
Yeah,
you
all
mean they
night.
won't be all over you at the same time?
No, the locusts don't get on you. That's all the mosquitoes and the lightning bugs. I heard though the lightning bug population is taking a dive, which is unfortunate.
Oh, that's sad. I love lightning bugs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of fun in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Or wait a minute, and your lightning bugs or fireflies? Where you come from?
Lightning bugs.
Lightning bugs,
Okay.
okay. I can't remember which part of the country, but it's
Yeah.
divided. It's a point of contention between the states.
But yeah, so you're looking at a place like in Manhattan, in the Manhattan area, right?
Yeah, we got a place the other day.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the west side of Manhattan.
Oh, all right. Very cool.
It sounds very bougie, and then you say Kansas.
The west side of Manhattan. Well, Manhattan. I mean, that's it's Wildcat. That's University of Kansas. So it's a college town. It has everything you're gonna need. It's not. I mean, not like Anchorage is a sprawling metropolis that you're leaving.
How close is that to KC?
That's 2.5 hour drive.
But yeah, about 2 hours.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Kansas City gets a lot of concerts, man.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's like what is
They
it?
don't-
It's just over an hour to Topeka, and it's about another hour to Manhattan, give or take.
Yeah. Or there's Lawrence in there. Lawrence gets a lot of shows.
Yeah, Lawrence.
But yeah, you get big shows. Like if you want to go see AC/DC or something, they'll definitely be playing Kansas City. So that's something I miss.
Yeah.
I'm from Springfield, Missouri, so I mean, it was
yeah.
a short jaunt to KC or St. Louis. Something I miss is going to see these big stadium concerts.
Yeah.
And now I got to buy a plane ticket and a concert ticket. It's like, wow.
Yeah, you'll be closer to Kansas City than he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ladies into that, so I'm sure we'll be seeing some shows.
It's awesome.
Looks like Dave's got a couple of questions for you.
Oh,
Hey, he's like, "What's your MOS?"
oh, my MOS is 914 Alpha. That's welding, machining, allied trades. The title's called Allied Trades. Part of Pennsylvania. I was born near Beaver Falls, and then when I was about 10, we moved out to Hershey.
So you have like a chocolate thing.
Were you on the highway?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Hershey
No, I tried to stay off the highway.
That's good. Avoid it.
Yeah.
I hate when you end up driving on an accident. Man. And everybody in the car is mad at you.
I turned down a job at the packing plant.
Oh man.
So how long did you live there? Did you live there until like born and raised until you went into the military?
What, Hershey?
Well, I mean, just Pennsylvania in general.
So Beaver Falls, I was there till about 10 years old. Then my dad got transferred out in the middle of the state, so we went to Hershey, and I stayed there till I went in the military at 19.
You know, for all the states I visited on the East Coast, I like Pennsylvania, one of the best.
Yeah.
Kind of countryish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit more hilly.
Mhm.
A lot of deer hunting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I did.
Yeah, well,
bigger
sure,
deer, but I think my friends were fucking with me.
Or they're really shitty.
They
Yeah.
send you out for a snipe hunt.
Pretty much. I was 8 hours on a freaking deer stand up in the trees, just waiting
Nothing.
for something.
It wasn't even seasoned.
Yeah. Never been on a hunt in my life, so they could have been just them fucking with me.
They hear a gunshot and they're like, "Oh fuck, you actually
Oh,
shot something."
shit.
Drive off.
Shit, run.
Now I got to ask Matt about that. Son of a bitch.
So, like, do the I forget what they're called, but the mechanics division that does all like the mechanized infantry, do they like get the weird parts and come to you guys and you machine them out, or is it all like a backward
No,
process?
we only machine if the part's going to take a while, and if we can do it. Obviously,
Okay.
if it's too big, we can't do it.
So
But yeah, long lead times. So we call it long lead times.
Yeah.
Usually we call that over 60.
normal people call it that too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
Civilians.
haven't been.
I mean,
I haven't been
normal.
out in the real world in a long time.
Civilians- Civilians call it a long lead time too.
I'm brainwashed now. You know?
All right. So what kind of CNCs do they have on base? Like, I'm assuming you're mentioning a lathe, so I'm assuming a minimum of 4-axis. And they're like,
yeah.
are they big, like enclosed, like
Yeah,
Haas
they're enclosed.
machines, or
They're
like?
enclosed,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like
right.
the 50,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they
okay.
Haas? Are they Haas?
They're
machines?
Haas.
They are
Okay.
Haas
Yeah.
machines.
I was gonna
Oh,
be
no
like,
shit.
I'd be shocked if they're Tormac, because Tormac is like the
Nah.
garage champion.
Yeah,
CNC.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
But not everybody has them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
But a 60,000 Haas machine is like, hell yes. I
Yeah.
want one of those.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not good enough at machining to necessitate one. So
So you're saying we
Well.
can go on GovBids and find one?
probably you probably could find one.
Yeah.
Well, right now, Richie, I think it's Richie, Auctions out in the valley has a bunch of Humvees.
Not quite a CNC, but
Not
close.
quite, but they are auctioning off old equipment, so
Nice.
might want to check them out. But yeah, that would be pretty fun. Have a good old CNC.
The problem with a big old Haas machine is where the hell are you gonna put it?
Yeah.
Inside a
if you-
building.
I know, but like if you have a garage, now you don't have a garage
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, I don't have a garage anyway anymore.
Screw
Move
everyone else.
where do you want to put this CNC? Just move those lawn chairs out of the way and stick it in the corner of the garage.
I'll figure out 3-phase later.
Yeah. Fire up the CNC,
Yeah.
the whole house lights dim and shit.
Oh my goodness.
That's actually the biggest problem is power.
Power. No
Really?
shit.
So it takes them forever to come out and hook up the right kind of power.
Now, I thought
Ah.
they had like a new power plant on base coming up. The little,
I think he's talking about electricians running.
Yeah, electricity.
Oh,
running
okay,
it,
never
running
mind.
it,
Yeah,
running it.
never mind.
But don't worry, everything's going to batteries.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be great.
That'll be
You just
awesome.
get Tesla out there to get a couple of those wall batteries hooked up.
Yeah, we'll have this fixed.
Yeah.
I'll call Elon.
Get his personal number.
Yeah.
He's up in space working on a Starlink satellite. Oh, okay, I'll be right there. Ooh.
There's Alaska. Whee!
Jason needs a power as Haas. We got him.
I heard a little bit of a rumor that they're going to be testing out with the new micro reactors on base,
That's what I was hearing too.
especially since our 2 senators are pushing really hard for Alaska to be the test bed for that.
Yeah. So Alaska does a lot of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about HARP.
Yeah.
You mean the thing owned by the state now?
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking what was it, Lisa Murkowski?
I didn't hear about the micro reactor thing. They're pushing hard to test them out here, huh?
She was in her little promo videos was talking about her microreactor.
She's
being
on the
base.
committee to decide where that goes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because she talks a lot.
Mhm.
She's
But
actually
being on the committee is a
Yeah.
thing. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, so hopefully that'd be cool. And then we get another one in Chugach Electric, and then energy costs go down.
Then we could buy one
Yeah,
and
right.
put it in the compressor, put it in the boiler room.
If the energy costs go down, no, they'll be like, oh, this justifies more.
Yeah.
It'll have to go up first. You gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I mean this is new technology. It's expensive.
Yeah.
You want just fancy, clean technology? You can pay for that shit.
I mean, it wouldn't be like the shitty one they had up at Fort Wainwright back in the day.
Oh, I'm not aware.
Yeah, they I think that was number 2 they built up in Fort Wainwright, and it didn't work out. It failed like 3 times.
Oh, dang.
Well,
And then they
that's-
decided to like run it at half capacity for another 20 years and then shut it down.
Did it fail in that 20 years?
After they retrofitted a bunch of safety precautions in it? No.
Call it a win.
Hey,
Hey, at least it ran for 20 years.
and they didn't provide enough power at half.
It was not a very-
It clawed back 95% of what it cost.
Every time somebody turns on another machine.
That would be really cool if they had it on there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to that stuff at all. I would love to see some sort of nuclear reactor up here.
There's not a lot of NIMBYs up here for that kind of thing because energy costs suck.
Well, especially if it goes on base, like NIMBY doesn't even matter.
No.
Yeah, like you can complain all you want about it being on base. They don't give a fuck.
We got a lot of national parks up here. They
I really
want to
hope.
going.
Yeah.
I really
Nobody's
hope you
gonna
put
find
it up in Arctic Valley so the ski club has a problem with it.
No, Arctic Valley, there's very few places to ski up here. Don't take away Arctic Valley.
No, I
Put
mean
it
like
in that
right
silo.
across. On the
Oh,
silo.
okay.
Right across the highway.
Yeah, that the one up on the top of the mountain, and then you see this green glowing thing up on the top of the mountain.
They don't have to light that star
Right next to
anymore.
the star, yeah.
You got all the light bulbs are busted.
They're just, why is the star green?
That'd be pretty great.
Uh-huh.
So
reactor.
They don't just give you like a 3-phase power gen set temporarily to power the
We
thing?
we can do it.
Okay.
It has to be, but it has to be wired different. So then we have to change all the wires.
Really?
Not all the wires, but the main wire, the main cord, which we can do. But then you have to ruin that cable.
Okay.
Every time
Yeah.
it gets another foot shorter.
Yeah.
You don't
So it's
understand?
like, you got everybody gotta move the generator and just fucking cut the cord a foot shorter.
You don't understand how expensive 3-phase cabling is until you realize it's like $1,000 every 50 feet.
Yeah.
It's about $1,000 bucks. Yep.
Yeah.
So every time we cut it, we got to buy a new one.
Yeah.
We have to
Damn.
replace the one we cut.
Yeah, no, I've got a friend of mine who
Why don't you save the one you cut and then just reuse it?
We do,
Oh, okay.
but
never
then you
mind
can use it for other things too. Then,
I don't know.
but still, the point is
I
you
mean,
still
the
have to order
copper's
one.
like that.
Yeah, you still have to order another one. I guess I get it.
You know, my
Just
friend
3D
has a,
print
my bud's got a decommissioned military generator he uses to run his Cincinnati laser table.
Oh,
Big old fucking thing. And like, I just assumed like, oh, you bought that from base? Yeah. And I thought the base was flush with them because they were selling them.
oh no.
No.
No, this is yeah. Even most of the commands don't even know what 3D printing is. Like, actually, we call it shit. What do we call it?
Is the thing from Star Trek the replicator?
We call it a replicator.
Yeah, just
Let's get that out of the replicator.
Additive-
What if it took your Earl Grey tea 45 hours to print?
Can you imagine printing a hot dog? Would
I
you
was
eat
like,
it?
I like a hot dog. It'll be ready in 23 hours. All right. I guess I'll be back tomorrow, frail and weak.
Efficiency.
You know what? Just print 6 hot dogs. I'll just pick them up as they're ready.
Mind if I snag another beer?
Oh yeah, of course. Here,
I got you.
Oh,
I got you.
I was gonna get some ice too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, the 3D printing though, man. Something that's like just the little cigar rest, a little bit smaller than this guy, takes about an hour and a half.
It takes forever, yeah.
And that's not even it being a solid piece of plastic either. That's about 20% film.
Yeah.
And it's so ridiculously painstaking to just watch it and just come on, hurry up.
When
Other
we
beers
made
if you wanna
we made parts for the spaced out bug out when we did the backspacer, and on the bed you could fit like 40 of them or something like that. And it was, I think the first print I did before I knew what I was doing, I just whatever setting yes, I don't care, print. It was like 52 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? 2 days this thing's gonna be going?
Yep.
And so eventually I got it down to like 27 hours for 25 of them or something like that.
That's not too bad.
But when we needed 353, almost 400 of them, it's like that thing was just running constantly. And I'd leave it running overnight, because you got to leave it running for days.
Yep.
And you come in the morning, it's just spaghettification everywhere. And you're like,
No!
you just yank it all off.
So how often are you printing little Warhammer figurines on it?
You can sell them.
I have a kid at work that does that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'll make that stuff. Maybe at work.
On his own time.
I mean, the filament goes bad anyway.
No,
so
hey,
we don't use it.
You got to make sure the
Yeah.
head don't clog and shit. You got to keep it going.
It's from. I mean, it's okay that they do that stuff because they're just practicing anyway.
Yeah.
So they're learning. As long as they're learning, everything's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean,
For
he's
sure.
instead of ruining stuff he needs to make for you,
Yeah.
he's ruining shit he makes for him.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, we don't need to fix this weapon. Like, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
There's so many of them. Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of AR-15s in the world.
Oh,
Yeah. We're not running out anytime soon.
So
All right, go to Gov Deals. I bet you find a couple.
are you guys like the fabrication of last resort or just general fabrication in general?
Well, hey, how's it going? No, we just help whatever the customer is.
Mhm.
We don't have there's no
How often does the Air Force come over and be like,
never.
can we borrow some?
We go to them.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're the guys doing the rotors and stuff, I take it.
yeah. They have the really good stuff. They actually have a water jet.
Lucky sons of
Yep. So that thing's pretty badass. So we go over there a lot. So actually, we're learning how to use that. So that's a plus. So if anybody ever gets one of those, that'll be cool. But yeah, the Air Force has all the good stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
Water jet's expensive to run per hour, though. Like a plasma table, I would almost like. Well, it depends on what we're doing. Like for knives, plasma tables don't work because it differentially heat treats the steel. So when you go and heat treat it, it can strip enough carbon out of it that the edge of the steel, where it's been hyperheated, won't heat treat correctly. So like you can't plasma cut a blank and then grind it all up and then put it in heat treat oven and expect it to heat treat evenly.
Yeah.
So, but water jets will. The problem I get with water jets is water jets get splay. So when you come into the material, you get a perfect line, but as the jet goes through, it spreads.
Mhm.
So like when you look down the surface of something, it'll be kicked a little bit.
cockeyed.
So this one doesn't do that. The Air Force one,
Yeah.
it just cuts it so perfect. It is.
Well,
It's
I think it depends on the thickness now. but-
Cincinnati?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it's
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
It is actually amazing.
Because there's a couple of places in town that commercially that you can go to get shit water jetted, and we did that at first for knives, and then we would get them back and realize that with the splay in them, we deal with, fractions of a millimeter. If you could feel it on your hand or feel it catch your nail on it, it's not acceptable. And so when we would get shit water jet, we would have to go back over and clean all that up. And it's like, well, now we're paying a human to go back and fix this on what the water jet should be doing, so it's not saving us any money. But
They might have ran the water jet too fast.
Well, I'm sure they weren't interested in the highest amount of quality control for our fucking menial ass job. But so then what we have to do is find somebody who can laser cut it, and then now you're outsourcing Lower 48. You can't make it in Alaska anymore.
And the only couple guys in the state who can do it have like Cincinnati lasers from like the 90s that they've retrofitted for modern equipment, and it'll do 4x8 sheets, like 6 4x8 sheets.
But it won't do stainless.
But it won't do stainless.
It'll
won't
blow
do
up
powder
stainless,
steel.
which is
Oh,
interesting.
I was sitting there when he did the
N690,
K110. We gave him a chunk of K110, which is powdered D2, and
which is a high carbon steel.
So he went through it, and I guess when it's powdered like that, it's constantly under tension, and it just released the tension and shattered into a million pieces.
Dang.
And I was like, oh, that's cool.
I'm glad it didn't damage the machinery.
If you ever wanted to hear what robots sound like screaming as they die, that's what it sounds like. It's cool though. It's got like a little CRT inlaid in the thing with like code you can't read because it's like a millimeter tall. And he's got like a monitor.
Does it run off G-code?
It runs off G-code, yeah.
So it just runs off coordinates, right? So I imagine it runs off G-code.
Yeah, he plugged a modern computer into it, but like it's got its own like onboard weird chipset thing going on.
Sure.
And he just bypasses it. But the thing that displays on the thing, I'm like, this is basically the Fallout video game. It's horrible. I hate this.
So
what is it? Sorry, go ahead.
There's only one other machine that will cut metal even more accurately, or that with the electrical wire that runs through.
Oh
the
yeah,
water.
you can cut really thick
Yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah, that's the plasma.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the plasma.
Is it? What's the one with the wire cut?
Yeah.
So there's
it's
one
the
like
water.
have you ever seen like the beads that people get on knives? And none of us have one, but they're cut out of titanium that's this thick, and they cut like intricate designs out of it. But it's a wire cut thing.
Yeah,
but I'm not
they use
familiar
an
with
electrical current plus a water mixture, and the line is what guides the electrical current basically. And that just cuts right through the metal, and it takes a while.
Yeah, you can cut. Well, I mean, yeah, but you can cut
Like an inch?
Well, you can cut. Well, I've seen half-inch titanium is common. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it to say more, but
Do you melt titanium on base?
No.
Okay.
No titanium.
The
I
few
have
people
a-
I know who do that are just very patient.
I have I have to show you. I have upstairs it's a piece of titanium. It's about that big. It's about like that, and it's one of the arms that controls the pitch of the rotor arm or the rotor on not the Blackhawk, but the Coast Guard's version of the Blackhawk, which
Blackhawk.
I can't remember the name of it. But if you look at it,
The Coastie.
but if you look at it, you would never know there's anything wrong with it. But they have to X-ray them, and they X-rayed it, and there's a micro crack in it.
Yeah.
And so it was basically trash.
Mhm.
And this guy that came in the shop had it in his tool bag, and he's like, "You want? Hey, you guys use titanium? You want some titanium?" I'm like, yeah. And so he gave it to the shop, and
It's a great doorstop.
we found out later. We're like, "Hey, how much is that piece of titanium? Like, can we buy some more?" He goes, "Well, that piece specifically was $20,000." Like, never mind. we don't need any more. We'll just keep the one. But I still have it upstairs.
I like it. You guys use titanium. Use this big ass.
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it was
You'll never be able to
he's
cut
like, it was a reject. He's like, and I just put it in my tool bag. I don't know what to do with it.
But we'll never be
And
able to
we're-
cut it.
Yeah,
or-
we're never gonna use it. I mean, it's already a fully formed piece. You know, I can't put it in the mill and cut shit out of it.
That would be commercially pure titanium. It'd probably be higher quality.
I'm sure it's very high. Well, the problem is I also can't cut it on the grinder because I'll gas everybody in the shop and we'll all have health problems.
And heat treat it and the whole
Yeah,
nine yards.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Like it's practically unusable.
So we'll just cut it and start making the scales out of it. And
You know what it would make? It would make the coolest tire knocker that you kept in your car. You just get out with that thing because it's small at one end, you know, with like a little fork you grab onto, and then it gets pretty big at the end. You know, it's a big old chunk of titanium and just whack.
Nice.
What's that wood that Mark Cameron always comes back with?
Oh, that is
You should slot it.
it's ironwood, but it's named after the country it comes from. But it's
You should slot that, slide it up on there, drill a couple holes, and now you got a handle on that thing.
I keep one of that's what I keep in my car. It's oh man, I can't remember the name of the country, but it's this ironwood, and you're not allowed to take it from the country raw. It has to be worked into something.
Like
So what they do is
Asking country, right?
no, it's Southeast Asia or South Pacific. But so what they do is you'll take a branch, and then so to make it legal to take, you put a little rim at the bottom of it, so it looks like it has a little handle like a baseball bat, and then you tie a little string around it, and it looks like a little mini baseball bat. And it's like, oh, okay, I made something out of this branch, and so that's what I have in my car. You pull that thing out, and it's only about that big, and it's about that big around. It's not impressive to look at, but I could hand it to you, and you'd be like, holy shit, you could brain somebody with it.
So on that note, let's go ahead and go around the table, see how things progressed or how it's changed for everyone. So how's that Franken cigar turned out for you
It's
there?
your favorite cigar, by the way.
One of my favorites, not my favorite.
So the BX3, not bad so far. It's rich, we'll say. You got a little bit of the
Has the tire
chocolate note
patch
in there.
worked out okay there?
Tire patches worked out perfectly fine, actually. I mean, the crack was pretty well defined in there.
So
You're gonna be drawing a lot of air with one.
So your tip worked.
Tip worked, yeah. I've
Just the
been
tip, though.
Always start
not
with
lying
the
to
tip.
people for all these years.
I'm losing over here.
Oh, you're doing fine, man.
Yeah.
It's not a contest. Nobody cares.
You know what?
We're only here to have fun.
I'm gonna come back in 3 weeks.
I'm judging the fuck out of you right now.
I'm gonna show you. I like being judged. Makes me better.
Right, absolutely.
What about you, Ben? You judgy motherfucker.
Oh man, well, speaking of judging, this thing's been burning a little wonky on me, but the flavors are fantastic. It's
You gotta
super
decode the
smooth,
cigar.
A little bit. Well, it's not exploding. It just
Well,
needs some touch up.
What was it you were smoking again?
It's Symmetry from Ashton.
Symmetry from Ashton. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had anything from Ashton I didn't like.
Yeah, it's,
You would
it's
feel
really
like
great, really
it
well
would
rounded,
burn-
smooth.
Yeah, Ashton's a
Smooth,
quality
given the
cigar. Huh?
symmetry, you know?
They usually have really high quality quality control.
It's an ironic name, Symmetry.
Yeah.
And then,
And it burns all wonky.
yeah. No, it's really nice out. Again, I appreciate it. Carlos, thank you. Yeah, that's super.
Don't
nice.
inhale.
I dig it.
Whoops, that was an accident. I was making sure you guys were watching me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we got
Well, we're both doing the underground.
Yeah, this is delicious. By the way,
I mean, it's
it's been burning this whole time.
yeah, I'm sure. It mellows out a little bit. It's a little dry on the palate. Maybe that's just me. But other than that, I don't know. I have a hard time criticizing an underground cigar. They're always such great cigars, especially the Connecticut's, the lighter ones.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't have any complaints really. It's a great conversational cigar. Like I keep setting it down and not thinking about it, and then and pick it up, and it's still lit, still going. Like just a great kind of quality burn.
My Vegas cask strength has done pretty well. I've gotten like a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee. It's got that weird funkiness from being aged in a bourbon barrel, you know.
yeah.
And it's been pairing really well, suspiciously well with that Maker's Mark. And
Suspiciously well.
yeah,
That's
well,
an odd adjective.
for
Your
later.
glass is suspiciously low there to go.
Yeah,
down.
I know.
Do you need to top off here?
I think that's a hint, Ben. Thank you, sir. That's been really good. Overall, like, definitely recommend it. And
I will say, me and Jason did a shot of that French. Not that's the best way to take in
Yeah, yeah.
a new bourbon you've never had, but this French oaked Maker's Mark. Me and Jason did a shot of it. It was good, surprisingly good.
yeah, it's really good.
It was much smoother than I expected.
It's smooth. It's got a little sweetness, a shit ton of vanilla, and a lot of oak.
Nice.
It's really good.
Like a metric fuck ton of oak.
And Ben, what are you pairing with actually?
I'm doing the same thing. Maker's
same
Mark,
thing.
French oak. It's going well. It's very
Uh,
nicely.
I'm just pairing with my
It's standard.
Your Red Bull, eh?
my 23rd century.
Yeah, everybody thinks he drinks Red Bull, but he fills those cans with vodka.
It's Everclear.
Rumblemans.
Some gold.
Everclear,
There
they
you go.
shove some weed in there for color.
You shake it up,
It's like a mojito.
fish the weed out of there.
I mean, if you hung out with me more, we'd do moonshine in there.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
We have had a couple comments on here for a minute. I don't know if Trent's still around, but he's saying cheers to us.
Yep.
Yep.
Trent,
Cheers, Trent.
Trent did say cheers,
Still
and then we
there.
also
Thanks,
had
bud.
I think we're behind it. That's
Yeah, it's been a
5:34.
good
Yeah, it's been.
hot
I'm
minute.
sorry, guys.
6:30. And then we got another one from Dave. He's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Deer Hunter was filmed in and around there, wasn't it?
It was filmed in Pennsylvania. Yes.
Oh no shit.
I mean, that's like saying it's filmed in like Washington. So like, was it filmed there where you grew up, or?
I think it was on the Pittsburgh side.
Okay.
Was it? I'm not sure.
That's what he thinks.
The
He's a
Deer
Pittsburgh
Hunter.
fan.
I forget what Deer Hunter was about. I mean,
Deer
all those
Hunter
ones-
is that's with
De Niro.
no. I can't think of his name. Christopher Walken was in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's saving your friend from PTSD after getting back from Nam.
They play
That's the
they
whole
play
plot of
Russian
the
roulette in
movie.
the hunting cabin.
No,
Oh, if
I
you
didn't
don't
see
remember
that
that
one.
scene, you don't remember the movie then.
no, didn't see that one.
It's actually about he's pranking his friend and trying to convince him that it's hunting season, and so he just makes him sit in the stand by himself for a long time. That's
Sounds
pretty
about-
good, yeah.
sounds about
You're
right.
there for 8 hours.
While the guys are just drinking in the cabin and laughing.
Do you go hunting up here at all? Or?
I have not gone hunting up here. No. You know
Oh,
what?
man.
Sadly I bought licenses and never made it out.
It happens,
Fishing.
man.
Fishing?
I've gone fishing.
Okay, there we go.
Yep. I have gone
You know-
fishing.
I was gonna ask. So, do you have any? You got a little over a month and a half, something left before you leave. Do you have any bucket list Alaska kind of stuff you're gonna make sure and get in before you don't come back for a little while?
I'd like to go to Juneau.
Okay.
Well, no, you don't.
No, I
I
can't just like touch down and come back.
I have
Ketchikan and Sitka.
Catch
Those
a
are the
can.
ones.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times I've said the same thing.
Yeah.
I've always gotten the same
Oh,
reaction.
okay. Okay. So
No, you
Juneau's out. Juneau's out.
So,
Do you want to go to mini Portland or do you want to go to like small town Alaska?
Oh.
dude, I would say you've been to Seward.
Mini Portland's Juneau.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
You've been to Seward?
Yeah.
Been to Homer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Valdez.
Been to Valdez?
I have not.
I'm going to Valdez.
How far is that? 4 hour drive?
A 4.5 hour drive, give or take. I've heard.
It's a good
I've never
drive.
made it.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's one of the more beautiful.
If you go
drives.
in summer and you're willing to drive aggressively, it's about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, sweet.
So that's what you got to go through Glen Allen?
I
yeah.
was.
Okay.
I'm thinking about going here.
There's lots of gravel, so just
I'm
keep
thinking
that in
about
mind.
going here
Okay.
real soon.
All right.
If we could organize one before you leave. it'd be-
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm off on that. I mean, I'm kind of off now.
It's on
Are you
camera
really?
now. It's on camera.
Oh,
Hey.
shit.
Going.
Hey, sir.
Claire's not gonna watch it. Doesn't matter.
Sidebar:
Yeah.
I keep reaching into my vest pocket for my lighter, and
I found all this hash.
I have no idea how
Yeah.
long. I don't remember when I drank this or whatever, but this little bit just hanging in my
Well,
pocket.
Don Jose.
Is it empty?
Oh yeah.
Oh well,
Oh,
what are
come
you
on,
saving it
it's-
for?
It's me. I wasn't. I didn't know it was in there. That was probably being
It's like-
sneaky or something. And
That
so I
one
was
goes
like,
in the collection.
better put that back in the pocket for a minute. Who knows when that was?
No, I'll say though, Juneau, not a bad place, but I did work down there doing geothermal stuff with my dad, and it was a lot of work and very little seeing other things. But
Yeah.
I did get to the guy that we were working for. He owned a tour guide service and took us on a helicopter ride up to the glacier up there, and then we got a sled dog ride around the glacier, which was pretty freaking awesome.
I was like, why are you
And
complaining about Juneau? That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Until the dogs start shitting.
Yeah.
What about north? Do you ever get
All
up to
on the
like
trip.
Denali National Park area?
I've driven to Fairbanks probably,
Okay.
I don't know, 8 or 10 times.
So sure you've been
Yeah,
through, but
I've been through it. I haven't stopped there and went
sure.
off the beaten path.
You didn't go climb part of the mountain or
No,
anything?
no, nothing exciting.
Forgot my
Now, there's
mountaineering
companies
gear.
there though. I mean, you can get in a small plane and do like a real close fly around the mountain, or take a helicopter and land on a glacier and go fuck around for a little bit. There's
Yeah.
some cool stuff to do up there.
We went
Go
on a
rafting
glacier.
with a really smelly hippie dude with dreadlocks. Like,
Yo, bro, this is who I really am.
If you need me, I'll be parked in the Volkswagen bus just
Yeah.
outside of town.
by the way, can I get a jump?
Oh,
You don't happen to have a
McCarthy.
fan belt, do you?
McCarthy, the picture, the mine they always take pictures of in Alaska with the aurora with the red building in the background.
Okay.
Up on the hillside.
It's an old copper mine that they
Oh.
had been used. It's kind of on your way to Valdez.
I like how he says
Like,
kind of. It's like
another
a
3 hours
4-hour
off the road.
detour.
It's a 4-hour detour.
have a good vehicle that has like a little bit of lift, because if you drive a Kia down that, it's destroyed.
It's
You drive like
monster
anything that
road.
has a little tiny bit of lift, because it's constant potholes. They don't really maintain it, but it is a state highway, so they plow it, but they don't maintain it.
All right.
So it's a nice little, day visit there, and then camp out, and then go home the next day type of thing. But McCarthy, beautiful location, but no, nothing else really there.
It's literally picturesque. Like all the calendars of Alaska have pictures
wow.
of that place there.
And then
If you ever see like pictures of totem poles and stuff of Alaska, and like the longhouses, the native longhouses and stuff, that's all in Ketchikan. Literally, it's all in Ketchikan and a little bit Sitka, mostly Ketchikan, because Sitka sucks. It's shit show.
You told me to go there. That
Sucks.
sucks.
Sitka sucks.
Go to Sitka.
We're
It
going to
sucks.
Sitka. You're not coming back. Let's go there.
You know what I really liked was Seldovia. I take the ferry from Homer down to Seldovia.
I've always liked the other side of Homer, or the other side of the bay.
Oh, okay. So the other side of Homer. It's like just the other Homer.
Yukon Island. Every 4th of July when I was younger, we went to Yukon Island, and they always had a big old bash over there, and it was just beautiful, camping out on the beach, fun times. But Homer, I mean, just every time I've gone, it's always just been for fishing, and there's always too many tourists there for me to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just go in late August.
Well,
Well, the thing is, I mean, you kind of have to go when there's at least some kind of tourist season, because you need everything to be open.
yeah.
I mean, you go down on the Spit and it's not tourist season, everything's fucking closed.
Yeah, but I'd rather them not be there. I'll go when everything.
I know, but I'd
closed.
rather be able to get a taco.
I'll have beer nuts at the bar.
Just go down to Salty and put a couple of dollar bills on the fucking on the rafters with the
I don't
staple
know, man.
gun.
Like every small town I go to, the fucking watering hole that stays open year round tends to have good food in winter.
Right.
Like,
Well, they have to. They have to have a draw.
like the
Otherwise,
fucking
ain't nobody going there.
the Breeze Inn down in Seward. Like you go in there in the middle of winter, and it's like, yeah, we're
The
bored.
Breeze Inn.
They got time to make you a burger the right way. They got time to make fries the right way. They actually serve you a drink, and it's
What's
like, here, have a shot with me. I haven't had a customer all day.
Woo. What's the steakhouse on the main drag there downtown?
In Seward?
Yes.
Fuck, it's changed names like 6 times.
I know, and I can't remember the name of it last time I was
It
there.
was Brew House something at one point. It was.
That place is really good. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
Homer.
Ray's Lighthouse?
No, it's
Chinooks? Chinooks.
if you
is
say it,
open
I'm not
year-round.
gonna know it. That's the problem.
The other thing in Homer that was actually pretty nice was the Elks Lodge down there. I think it was the Elks.
They actually have one?
My buddy,
Wow.
his dad was a member for years, and so he had this giant ass, like what I would call one of the old cigarette boats, you know?
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
had
yeah.
one of those down out at Homer, and so we'd go fishing off of that.
Of a cigarette boat?
Yeah.
We can get to the fish in like 12 minutes. Just-
Yeah, just hard as hell. We broke the seat we're sitting on because we were hitting so hard. But so you have this like
I
small
hope we
little
don't
area
hit bad
you're
weather.
fishing over
1,200 horsepower bass boat.
to catch like less than 60-pound halibut.
You spent $400 in gas getting there.
But then afterwards, we go to the Elks Lodge, get a mediocre steak, which was always fantastic after a long day of fishing.
Hell yeah.
So,
I go when I get
Mediocre steak is better than no steak.
it's true.
dude when I get back like when I get back into Kodiak, like from the little float plane out when we go on the deer hunt, get back to Kodiak, it's like I don't care how crappy the steak is, it's the best steak I've ever
Yep.
had. Because I've been eating reheated lasagna for 7 days.
You guys don't take like the back straps out or anything of the
Oh,
gear you guys
yeah,
do?
we do. But
I
stop
feel
stepping
like-
on my joke.
Oh, yeah. I'm not stepping on your joke. I'm just like, I know every time I went hunting, it was like the first thing you had when you got back or like out on the hunt was like, all right, oysters, backstrap.
Well,
bam.
that depends. So the thing is, a lot of times I will save the back straps because I will take them home and me and my wife will have them.
Cook them right.
And usually the guys that I go hunting with, that's kind of an unspoken thing that your back straps are your back straps. And you can share anything you want, but we generally don't. We bring all the meat back and then process it and then split it.
Okay.
So,
As it makes it pretty easy.
Just a nice cooler of death on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. all
oh
right.
yeah. You got to go down into the room. I forgot. Last time I was down there, there was so it's like a place where there's probably 12 hunters staying at this one cannery, but it's in the middle of nowhere, and so like power runs off generators. You know, you get power for maybe 7 hours a day, something like that. And you get on a landing craft at sunrise, and they take you out and drop you off. And then you come back, you bring your deer onto the landing craft, you bring it back, you hang it in the room. And so there's this big refrigerated room where everybody hangs all their, and then you go in and so when we were there, some girl that was there, it was her birthday. So all the hunters came down, all the people that worked there came down, and we all hung out because it's the biggest room they have. And so we all hung out in the butcher room. And it's just deer after deer after deer, and just piles of heads and antlers and meat. And I didn't think about it. And I took a picture and I sent it to my wife. She goes, "What in the fuck?"
This is a lovely room of death.
Yeah, she goes, then she says, "What room of death did you send me?" I go, "Oh, sorry. I thought it was a birthday party, but apparently to you, it's a room of death." I just thought we were all hanging out, having a drink amongst dead deer.
The image that comes to my head is Evil Dead. All the deer just are.
It is hard for me to because they have a big bin so there's certain you butcher it and certain things you're not allowed to keep. That's kind of part of the deal because they use it to feed the bear population and stuff like that for the bear hunters. And one of the things you're not allowed to keep is the head. So you cut it off about here and you throw it in a bin, and then you go over to the bin to throw your deer head in, and there's like 8 deer heads all just looking up at you, and you're like, oh, shit. There you go. Here's another one. Here's a couple of feet too.
Jason, how many years have you been in Alaska so far?
3. It'll be 3 in August, but
What is professionally or privately, on your own time, the most extreme experience you've had in our state so far?
extreme.
Yeah, they send you out to do X, Y, and Z in the middle of the Arctic.
Did you participate in the X Games?
Oh, well, the most extreme thing was my first year. It was early February of 2021. We went to Delta Junction.
Delta Junction.
Yep. And the wind chill temperature, we were out in tents. The wind chill temperature was -70.
Whew. Did they
It's a
give you
good
the
one.
little diesel fueled stoves?
We did everything we could.
You didn't sleep at all.
Well, all the tents blew over.
Those aren't pillows.
So we were out in the middle of the night trying to get these tents back up in all this wind, 50-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah.
Can't feel your fingers through the gloves.
It didn't matter. Right. It didn't matter what you wore. You wore everything. It just cut through.
I've been in -60.
Yeah.
And that I was in a big metal box, so with the heater
Oh.
pumping right into right next to it. So there's a hole about yay big, and it was up on the slope, and they got the Tioga heaters, which that's all they do is pump heat into wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Well, the whole place was so damn cold that me and my buddy were just right up against that heater,
Yeah.
trying to get warm, and
Yep.
the generator was off in the unit, and so. I understand cold. That's
Yeah.
not fun.
And being with your situation, being in a metal box,
Yeah.
all the heat in the world's not going to help you.
Mhm.
You literally have to do what you just did. You have to sit right in front of it.
Yep. It was not fun.
It's so cold. I'll never forget that my whole life.
At my previous job, they had issues with that because all the wire centers that they drop off in the villages are just a Connex up on stilts, and they don't have to cool them because they stay cold year round. All the
Yeah.
equipment in there, and techs and folks and other people will go out there and just be sitting right up against. They've got diesel fueled heaters of some sort
Mhm.
because diesel fuel doesn't go bad very long when you put at least 50% stabilizer in there. Yeah. And they'll literally be all right, sit next to the Bunsen burner thing right next to me as I'm barely lighting on fire.
I'm sure it's
All right.
safe to breathe all this in.
Yeah.
And then they go
Beard's
sit next.
melting.
Oh, they don't fucking care. They're cold.
Yeah,
Well, I made a joke earlier about you getting to Kansas and when it's gonna be hot as hell. and
Yeah.
My idea of going to Casey or Lawrence or wherever for shows or whatever, but you got a big change coming up, man. What are you most looking forward to about
Corn?
Looking forward to about this
I
new
love corn.
chapter in your life?
Do you golf?
I do.
You do.
I do. Yep.
There are some good golf courses
Yeah.
in Kansas
I've researched already.
because it's not very hilly. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they got a lot of
What
flat
do you
open
actually
land.
think about the golf course out at Arctic Valley?
It's not bad. It's nice.
Is it okay or?
It's okay.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's big.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's nice.
Okay.
I mean, you incorporate the scenery and the
Oh yeah,
The
the scenery
difficulty-
is pretty top notch.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you can't beat it for all that. But yeah, it's
Okay.
really nice.
Right now it's probably really wet.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not warming up at all here.
No, gosh.
Yeah, this day last year it was 23 degrees warmer
Yeah.
than it is today. It's in
You
the
know-
50s today. It was in the 70s last year.
Wouldn't mind the 70s right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a cold, wet summer.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, that's how it used to be.
Yep.
All rain and little sunshine.
Thanks, Grandpa. Anybody's knee hurt? Is
Mine.
there a storm coming in?
Yes.
I remember when this all used to just be fields.
Old man Peabody owned all of this.
My grandpa loved to say that. Like, drive by the mall and be like, "Man, I remember when this all was just fields." Like, cool.
Yeah, the whole fucking Midwest used to be fields.
Yeah.
Somebody remembers fields.
You know,
Or he'll tell you what something used to be. Like, you see that Chinese restaurant? That used to be a
Pizza Hut. We can tell.
Well,
Look at the
There
architecture.
used to be a mechanic. A guy named Joe worked there, and his wife was a school teacher. And he was like, "Cool."
Hey, his son used to make the donuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start making up stories like that for my buddies' kids.
I want to drive by the McDonald's, but like, I remember that used to be a Wendy's.
Oh man. Except for maybe I'll tell real stories about like, oh, I remember when that place used to be the Bush Company.
Yeah, every time we drive by our building, I remember when that used to be the Bush Company.
Except for I wasn't around.
I remember when they used the serial killer used to go in there and get bitches.
And on that note, do we have any questions from?
No, we definitely don't.
And as we reach the top of the hour, we'll do once more around the table and then just ask you a few more questions. Like, how's that progressed for you, your Band-Aid cigar?
You know, I haven't really been paying attention to the flavor notes. It's been actually pretty fun to just chat. So I really
Yeah,
haven't
sure.
been paying much attention at all. But it's hasn't gotten any richer, I guess would be one of the words I used from earlier. Not any more
Thanks, man.
tarry or anything like that, which I would have expected from this. Also, I kind of expected it to coat my mouth a lot more than it has, like oiled up or something like that. Not at all.
Let me do you a favor. Don't say that phrase in the future.
I was gonna be like, "Night ain't over, buddy." Like,
He's getting a really good creamy mouth.
No.
No, that one was funny. But yeah, it is not changed much at all. So
Okay.
it is decent cigar, and the Band-Aid worked out just fine.
I can't believe that worked. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Very
Me too.
impressed.
it worked on all the shitty blunts we rolled in high school.
How's the Ashton symmetry?
Yeah, it's doing well, man. I like this. It's got a lot of nice. It's very well blended, well balanced cigar.
Looks like it's
Getting-
symmetrying up just a little bit.
A little bit. I mean,
Little bit.
It's still, whatever.
At least yours is
You're gonna find one every now and then. Yeah, right. I don't know. I've been getting some good, like some nice, almost like sun tea notes from it. Maybe some
Sun tea notes. That's a new one.
Yeah, just tobacco,
Yeah.
leafy flavor. Sometimes it almost brings you like a tea. Like you're like, your mom ever put the jar out in the sun?
For
and mix
sure. Come on.
So
now.
it kind of course, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It's pleasant. It's smooth. It's not boring, but there's nothing in my face.
Yeah.
It's just a nice, well-rounded cigar. I've been enjoying it very much.
I kind of got to say the same thing about this Undercrown. Like,
Well, that's why I recommended it to Jason Airman.
I picked it. I picked it because it's light, and I'm familiar with Undercrown,
Yes.
although this one I'm
Kinda
not.
rotated a bit on
But
that.
Oh, shit.
That's all good.
Watch this.
it's all right.
Oh my God! You got the magic touch, man.
But it's a.
You
we
want to
do.
get the binder,
We make
the
fire.
wrapper.
I could see smoking this again. Anyway, Dakota, what are you smoking?
I mean, I've got a whole barrel of the Vegas
never
5 barrel age that comes in a barrel instead of a
I
standard
got
box.
You got interrupted. Yeah.
And I don't know. I really enjoy these cigars. They're like potato chips for me. And I know, like with like a really sweet bourbon, I really like the cigar because it's a little bit. It's got like a white pepper note to it all the way through. So like having a nice sweet bourbon kind of offsets that, and it's just funky, like just It's a fermented cigar. It's going to be a little funky, and I love it.
All right. You didn't blow it up like Elmer Fudd this time.
I started that way because I didn't light it right, but it evens out. And I mean, Vegas 5 is a budget brand, but like when they on their mid to high end cigars, like
They're
They don't
consistently
fucking-
good. They're a consistently good budget brand though.
I don't like their
They catch a lot of
underneath this.
shit.
Underneath this, I don't like them. I think they're garbage. But like this point and higher, they're fucking phenomenal and they're cheap as fuck.
Well, it's like Gurkha. Gurkha catches a lot of shit. It was like, oh, you smoke a Gurkha, you must be new to cigar smoking. But
No one, they have
Gurkha
Ghost.
can make a good cigar if they want to make a good cigar. They have plenty good cigars to choose from.
Plus, they have the
They also
most
have some crap
expensive cigar out there.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
And people
But
buy it.
and Five Vegas kind of feels like that to me. Like, yeah, they make some shit, but they're also very cheap. But they also make some good ones.
Mhm.
If you
make
want to
some
spend a
really
little bit
good
more
ones.
money, yeah. I mean, they have the capability.
Well, let's imagine we got one of those Gurkhas. It's
The most expensive one
I
ever?
think it's almost a $3,000 cigar.
No.
And now we sell it at our shop for.
Oh my god! Oh my! With fucking Alaska taxes, the taxes on that alone would be $4,700.
Yeah.
So that means-
taxes.
That means cost on that thing would be almost $8,000.
Yeah.
Would be cost on that cigar.
One cigar.
One
cigar.
cigar would be cost on it.
I bet cigars will be cheap in Kansas. Do you think so?
Oh,
I guess
no.
maybe,
Yeah.
You're not
maybe
going to
a-
be far from the res.
Yeah.
You can go.
Maybe,
you can
maybe
go
a
to the
last
res.
question for you here. Do you think this is going to be the catalyst for you being like a cigar guy now?
It could be. It could be. Maybe I can zoom in.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah.
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 I can
Sure.
zoom in. Like, you could put like a screen of me facing that way.
So it looks like you're sitting at the table.
I like it. I like it.
That'll be perfect.
Oh, geez. All right.
There we
Oh,
go.
wow. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, on that note, shall we call it a night?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dakota, you
start.
showed the lights. Now people saw what
Now-
really goes on here.
Now people saw how we make the sausage.
What's
Yeah.
next? The boom mic's going to come down.
God damn it, Steve. We need to fire the intern.
All right, well,
We can
I'll
get
turn
an
it over to
intern?
Dakota, but first I'll just say, Jason, thanks for being here, man. I've had a good time getting to know you a little bit, bullshitting, and hope you,
Yeah,
I'll
thank
see you again, man.
hope you
Thank
had
you.
fun
Oh,
being
for
here,
sure.
and best wishes to
Thank you.
your future endeavors, man.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy Kansas.
Before we go, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to give
What's he?
my
Oh, geez,
coin.
avert your eyes.
I'd like to give my coin to the cigar shop.
Oh,
No way.
Thank you.
Those
Yeah.
are not coins. They are impressive as shit.
Fuck
So-
yeah.
This is my personal coin.
I need a new
I
power
mean,
slammer.
I want to give all of you one if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
But this is
I'll
for the
take it.
shop. I gave you one so you can, if you, I don't know if you want to set it up somewhere. or not, but-
No, we'd love to.
Very
We
cool.
have
Very
something-
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm,
That's
I,
awesome, man. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
we
are
really
pretty-
appreciate
thanks for
that.
having me.
Freaking amazing.
Yeah, we will display it proudly.
Yep.
Get the reflection on there.
And I'll get,
We'll get some B-roll.
That's all right.
then I'll get one for all of you. Guys.
Thank you, man. I
Oh,
really
that's super
appreciate
cool,
that.
man. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
that is
Thanks
awesome,
again, dude.
man.
Thank you.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right, Dakota, you want to take us out?
On that high note, back to the tent. See you first Saturday of next month. And like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, make it happy.
For the two of you, roll
Launch your
over
laptop.
to Northern Knives and check out